Hi, this is Onion, continuing our playthrough of Main Story Quest, Realm Reborn 2.0 Plus, going through figuring out what the new threat is. Thanks for joining.
A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do.
I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another Primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gradonia.
Thine arrival is customarily timely, Onion. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex.
We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Orionje says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago, though I had hoped the Moggles guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation.
Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Huloix. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest.
Pray hasten to Gradonia, Onion. Ida and Papolimo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
A pleasure to see you as always, Lieutenant Full Play. Thank you for coming so swiftly. I could think of no one more qualified too. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Kop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelfthwood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Kop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand.
The other scions have already arrived, madam. May I show you in?
Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no.
Calm yourself, Kuplo Kop. Can you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Onion, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gradonia could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Moggle Mog XII has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former.
Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moggle Mog XII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Moggle Mog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Moggle Mog XII, may his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mooglekin might at last know peace.
Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes?
I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea?
The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Moggle Mog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods.
Why? You're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard, and he just sort of appeared. Would that even work?
What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure?
Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought unto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mogulsguard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may.
I assure you, the Mogulsguard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. But ever since the return of good King Mogul Mog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact.
Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean?
We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a Primal.
We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridornia as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Onion, confront good King Mogul Mog XII and drive him from our midst. Humbly I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Mogulsguard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumien of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further.
Welcome, Onion. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mogul Mog XII is of great comfort, to me and to the elementals, both. As I am sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. The wards barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the selfsame method employed 5 years ago, when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplokop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mogulsguard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplokop's keystones, Onion. Pray go to him, and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. So? How will you do it? Kupo ? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way. I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweetbloom Pier, I'll go on ahead. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Roegadon? Imperials, Gridonians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo, traitor to his kins Mughals. He plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplokop will answer for his crime soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mogul Mog XII. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king is planning to purge the 12 Swood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Mogulsguard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an ether rite, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Mughals a lesson and send the king back whence he came.
Not much to say about this one. All the ads are different classes of Mughals. So the white mage, the black mage are the ones to look out for. Just dodging AoEs, killing everything, and then keeping King away from everything else.
Moggles Guard, assemble. We must drive them out together, Kupo. You'll be blown to smithereens, Kupo. Our foe is formidable, Kupo. But surely, they are no match for our king.
Hail to the king, Kupo.
You shall suffer for your transgressions against my subjects. And now our battle begins in earnest. Moggles Guard, to arms. Your king has need of you. Hearken unto me, brave Moggles Guard. These villains must be vanquished. Kupo. You did it. Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggles Guard when you did. Thank you, Onion. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Putney Pock that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rhea O at Camp Tranquil, and can relay the news to the chieftain. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his magnificent virtues serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I sense Rhea O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption.
Your bravery in service to the Twelveswood and her Muggles shall not be forgotten, Onion. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. The Elder Seedseer is expecting you, madam. May I show you in? Onion. You are returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared.
The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Muggles don't worship him, for one thing, he's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of.
Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Muggles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds.
According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same.
Which means?
Asians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork.
Kupopo? They said it was a masked man who had taught them how, years ago, be, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question.
Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts?
Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Onion. Already, the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss.
Oh. Before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter.
The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll.
We knew we could count on you, my lady.
While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired.
It is good to see you hale and healthy, Onion. I received word from Ida and Paprolimo that you had felled good King Moggle Mog the 12th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale, so it was as they said. Summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Onion.